Hey everybody, I want to welcome you back to Desert Sky Mystic. Today we are going to be doing our chakra tarot card reading for Pisces. So this is a general reading and it is a timeless reading. So the general side of things means that it may not apply to everybody. But if it resonates with you, please make sure to like the video. That helps us know which messages land and which ones don't. And on the timeless side, basically we are recording in August of 2022. But if you have made yourself if you have found yourself watching this video, whether it be 2 months from now or 2 years from now, then the message was meant to get to you. So whenever you have found this video, that means that it is right for you. So please keep watching. So the format of this is basically we use the 7 major chakras as our reference points for our tarot cards. And you'll kind of see what that looks like here in a minute, but we place our cards and we read from there to retrieve the messages that we need to express from spirit to you. So having said that, let's go on and get this overhead cam fired up and we will see what this reading has in store for you. Okay, so we have our root chakra here, which has to do with our kind of basic survival, our food on our plate, roof over our head, where we live, our home, that type of stuff. We have our Sacral Chakra, which deals with our emotions. Sorry, I'm going to straighten these out here. We have our solar plexus, which deals with the applications of our personal power, self-confidence, and the way that we express those. We have our heart chakra, which is working with our relationships. We have our our throat chakra here, sorry about that, which is the way we communicate with people and the way we receive communications. We have our third eye chakra, which is the lenses which we are seeing the world right now, our point of view. And we have the crown chakra, which is the way that the world is seeing us. So let's jump right in and see what we have going on for you. Okay, so for our our root chakra, kind of our stability, our basic security and safety, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is very much a card of working with other people. So I would say that some of those base things in life right now, the way we feel about how safe we are, how we're able to provide, our home, just our overall foundation is really kind of working with other people right now, that there's other people involved with this, that you find security in this, which is great. I love that. We'll see what these other cards have to say. And hopefully that's not 100% based on other people, because, I do think that we need to run on our own energy as much as possible. But that doesn't mean that there's not a place for support. And I'm hoping that with this reading, that's what this is about, that you're getting extra support from other people in your lives that is, providing that kind of feeling of safety and security. And you guys are working together to achieve that. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so I do think that this is kind of a newer thing for you. So maybe you were, kind of off base for a while. Maybe things were kind of hectic for you. Maybe some changes needed to happen, because what we have here is the new vision card. And this is really kind of an evolution. It's a change. It's going from one place that maybe wasn't the best of place and making some changes and moving into something much better, to where you're freer to express who you really are in the world. And I think that this is a bit of a journey, has been a bit of a journey. We have the traveling card there. And the thing I always notice about this card is that it's a steep mountain pass, and it has all kinds of fog and mist and clouds there that are really kind of blocking our way, how far we can see. So it's very much an energy of one foot in front of the other. We can't see too far ahead of us. So we just have to keep walking up that path and trust that we are going to a better place. So I think this is work that you are very much in the middle of right now. You're doing it with other people. Perhaps they are in the same boat, or perhaps these people are helping you through this, whether it's friends or family or a relationship. Perhaps it's just a therapist, or a psychologist, something along those lines, that are helping you with the strategy that you need to kind of find that stability and get that foundation more secure in your life right now. But let's keep working here. Let's see if we can glean some more information here and see how this reading shapes up for you. Huh, very interesting. Just had this card in the same spot in another reading. As much as I shuffle, that it's really amazing to me when this type of stuff happens. So, this is the emotional side of things. So, the Six of Pentacles is really kind of about what you give is what you get. It's a charity card in some cases, but it's a really an exchange of like kind of energy. And it's for this, the way that it felt before and the way it's kind of feeling now is that whatever the intensity of what you're feeling emotionally is kind of what you're getting back. So if everything's dull and gray in life, that's how you're feeling, that's what life is giving back to you, dull and gray. So again, what you give is what you get. And I think that, you're very much experiencing this now. What that means for you, let's see if we can get some more clarification for that. But this is an equal exchange here on the emotional side of things. I don't necessarily think it's unstable by any means. I don't even know if it's a bad thing, but okay, so I mean, listen, I mean, we got what you give is what you get, and we followed up with the creativity intensity card here. And I think these are actually both kind of positive things. I think that you are giving off a more kind of intense emotion that you do want to be that things are kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't think your emotions are down in the dumps necessarily. I think that what the way that you're feeling is a little more optimistic, that you are seeing things in a positive kind of way. I think these are intense emotions for you. I think you are very much feeling them. And I think, again, just like I said before, these intense emotions that you're pushing out are the same type of emotions and feedback that you're getting in this loop here. So again, I think this can be far worse. Again, I'm not 100% convinced that this is I think this is kind of a point that you're moving through. I don't think this is the end game for you right now, but I do think that this is moving you in the right direction. So I think we got positive movement here, and I think that overall you're feeling pretty decent overall. The changes you made in the recent past, everything that's happened back over here, the help and support that you're getting here, it's got you feeling very optimistic, and it's kind of opening it up for you. It's making you more willing to be vulnerable and feel the things you need to feel to move through this energy as you make this little journey here. So let's keep going. All right. You are still guarded kind of on your self-confidence. So, I mean, you're feeling good and everything else, but there's been some very real things that have happened in the past, and you want to be guarded. I'm not recommending that you be guarded. I'm saying that you are feeling in terms of your self-confidence, everything's guarded. It's kind of like this mm, guarded optimism. It's you're very much protecting it. You're hopeful, but at the same time, you're suspicious. You're keeping an eye on things. The Seven of Swords is very much strategic and type of energy. It's also kind of a sneaky and theft. So I almost feel like you are seeing a lot of good positive things, but you don't quite trust it yet. And so you still very much have your walls up around this, and you are just waiting to see what happens, and you're watching for the other shoe to drop, for lack of better words. And I think this is part of the journey as well. I think part of this, as more of this you see as time goes on and as things stay kind of, as things keep moving in a positive direction, I think you are going to start making more of a connection between where you want it to go and where you actually see it going. Those things are going to balance out for you. You're going to see things in a more mature type of way. These things are going to make more sense to you. You're going to start trusting the fact that that this is going to be good, that the things that you're seeing, the things you're feeling, these positive things are in fact going to stick around, and that they aren't going to be, there's not going to be like a rug pulled out from under you. And I think the longer this goes on, the more you're going to trust that, and more that the confidence is going. But I think for now, for sure, you're still very much kind of in that suspicious mode, optimistic, but suspicious. And that's okay. I mean, we're guarded right now. at some point we'll have to let that guard down, but doesn't mean that the guard being up right now is necessarily a bad thing. I think it serves a purpose as a protection mechanism for us. So. Okay, on the relationship front here, your relationship's very much a person of action. I think that you are very much participating in the relationships. I think this is a way that you are keeping your mind off this other stuff. You are involved with your friends or involved with a relationship. Although I get this more of doing stuff with the friends, doing stuff with the family, almost keeping yourself busy, almost as a distraction from, this other stuff that you're working through. You don't necessarily want people to kind of know or understand that, this is kind of where you're at with this stuff. And so you're masking this stuff with, action and maybe maybe going out a little too much, who knows, or, really being involved and putting on the smile. But people right now, the relationships and I'm saying relationship, people that you were involved with, friends, family, and the people you surround yourself right now very much see you as a kind of almost a busybody. You're on the move all the time. You always have something going on. They don't understand that it's a masking type deal, but they very much see that out of you, that you are going, going, going. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, again, one stress card I think is just going to reinforce for us that you have a lot going on. You're juggling a lot of things. This entertainer has multiple arms, tossing all kinds of stuff, is blowing a horn, balancing, switching legs, and at any given time, this monkey can pop this balloon. And I think that's very much where you're at. You're keeping yourself busy, keeping yourself busy, keeping yourself busy, trying to distract yourself from the idea that anytime the floor can fall out from under you, which is where this guarded emotion is, this guarded self-confidence is. But and then you're staying behind your wall here and you're looking out to see what the result of that is, to see if some of this stuff starts to turn into the things that you hope it will, the things you're optimistic about. And then when you start seeing some of those things, you're going to start stepping through this gate. You're going to let some of your guard down and you're going to back off this as well. You're not going to need this so much to kind of mask and distract yourself from the work that you're actually trying to do here. So yeah, you are very much a busybody right now within a relationship. You have a lot going on, and you keep busy, keep very, very busy. So, as a part of this, the way that you're communicating with people, you're actually kind of reserved, you're kind of shut down because you are trying to do it in a new way, a better way, a healthier way. You recognize that just due to some of the work that you're going through and work that you're doing for yourself, is that perhaps maybe, you don't want to like alienate people, you don't want to talk about it a whole bunch or whatever else, but you're really trying to figure out the strategies. And I think probably with the help of whatever is happening here, the strategies to make this a lot healthier, to do this in a way that makes a lot more sense, to be able to set those boundaries that you need to put into place so that you don't fall back into whatever happened before or whatever led up into this. So this is a card of training, it's a card of figuring out new strategies and coping mechanisms for the work that you're doing with yourself and how to communicate about those things, if you even want to communicate about those things. I also think that the way that you're receiving communications is going through that kind of transition and training process as well, about you don't always know how to take people. Maybe you're, I don't want to call you socially awkward by any means. I'm just saying that maybe you realize that the way that people talk and stuff, sometimes you don't quite understand, or maybe you misunderstand them, or you overreact to things, and you recognize that about yourself. So you're looking to make those changes. You're looking for different ways to understand this type of stuff. So again, you're working on yourself. It's a very, very positive thing, especially when you recognize, accept, and take actions to make changes to those things. And I think that this has been a barrier to you in the past. Both of these cards really reinforce this. I think that you feel like separated, or have felt separated, and from people, due to this kind of way that you have understood how you communicated, and the way that you've understood communications, and you've created kind of like these false barriers. And again, we saw that with that little boy card as well, but you've created these false barriers, almost a prison for yourself. But as you're going through this, as you're learning these deals, you are very much understanding that these were self-created, and that as the more you get a grip of this, the more you learn, the more you understand, the safer you feel. These bars are going to come down, and you're going to be able to go out there and do the things you want to do and enjoy yourself and be free. And again, to the idea of the way that you're receiving communications, I think that a lot of times, as we were talking about before, I think that the communications you're receiving always came across with a dark tint, that you misunderstood them, that you took them wrong, that you thought that people were being critical of you, that you thought that they were, saying, again, critical things of you that hurt your feelings or wanted to hurt you. And in reality, it was the way that you're perceiving the messages more than it was the actual messages that were being sent your way. So I think you're starting to see that. And I think you're starting to take steps to kind of, at the very least, prevent yourself from reacting to those messages until you can figure out a way to actually receive those in a healthier way, to where you can process that stuff in such a way that allows you to just hear the message and put a more positive slant on it, and just give people the benefit of the doubt, as opposed to going right to that point where you think they're being critical of you and put you in a bad emotional place. So in the way that you receive those things. So I think overall, this is a very good thing. This is work. You're working on yourself. I'm not saying that you are there, and I'm not saying that this is easy. I am saying that you are doing what you need to do. So congratulations on that. Keep it up. Keep it up. We all go through this type of stuff, by the way. So you're not alone. Not alone by any means. It happens for us. It happens for us in different ways and at different points in our life. So wherever you're at with this, you're not behind, you're not ahead. It is happening for you exactly when it should be happening for you. All right, see what else we have here. Overall though, you're excited about this. You have hope. You're optimistic about the way that the world is looking for you. You're not there yet. You're not comfortable in your own skin, in your own shoes right now, in terms of, this where you want to be, but you have an idea. You have this vision of where you want things to turn out, where you want it to be, and you're looking at the world this way. You're saying, this is the way that I want to look at the world. This is the way that I am looking at the world. I want to be here, but in order to get from here to here, I have to do these things. But when I get there, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And so that's your inspiration. And that's what's really driving you and moving you forward through all of these kind of tough things that you're working through right now. This self-work, this shadow work. And let's see what else we have here. I mean, that's a great you have a great outlook, a great perspective on the way that you're approaching this, a great mindset regarding this. Yeah, and so you are very focused on this in terms of the intensity and stuff. And I think one of the things that you're trying to do is shed this control. And by control, I think that you have recognized that, these places where you are at, where you're doing work at, actually had you pinned down. And it was keeping you from being as free and as happy as you wanted to be. So I think this is really kind of a change in perspective. I mean, I think this is where you've been at. In terms of, you think things were very, very gloomy, things were really controlled. People were saying things to you, like that one card that, everybody was always critical and all this stuff. And you're starting to realize that this was a mindset, or you have realized that this was a mindset, and a shift in a mindset, and this self-work is going to take you to where you want to go, which has made you very excited. And you have this really extreme focus on getting from point A to point B, and you're putting a lot of work into this stuff. And again, some of the stuff has to happen naturally. You are going to have to, for yourself, the only way you move through this is you are going to have to see some of the successes here before you let some of those walls come down or whatever else. But you're focused on it. You're putting the work in. You want to put the work in, and you keep moving this way, you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. So keep up the great work on that front as well. You're doing a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff all at the same time. So you have a lot going on, a lot of internal stuff going on here. All right, let's see how the world sees this. What kind of perspective are we looking at here? I think people are looking at this, and they just want the best for you. You know, the people who are out there, they're very nostalgic. You know, they love you and they want the best for you. And you know, you know, I mean, just looking at the card here, I keep getting a sense that, you know, you were such a happy little kid, and you know, there's such great memories, and something along the way, something shifted, and you know, kind of taking you some dark places, some bad places, some tough places. You know, for the people that loved you, watching you go that direction and learn those lessons and have those experiences has been tough on them, because they wanted to help and they really couldn't help. I mean, they tried, but you know, again, based on where you were at, that help, you know, appeared to be like more attacks, which pushed you back in the hole. So they didn't know what to do. So they just kind of had to withdraw a little bit because they didn't want to hurt you any more than you were already experiencing. So I think they see this and they are hopeful, and they want you kind of to return to your roots, which was happy and good memories, and they want a happy life for you, and they love you and they care about you and they want good things for you. I think right now, I don't not 100% sure if they see this yet. I don't think they understand the work you're doing right now. I think they're very much focused on this how busy you are. I don't think they see all the self-work that you're actually doing here and how much progress you've actually made. So when this is said and done, I think they're going to be thrilled. Yeah. You know, again, you're going heading towards good things, and I think that this is what they want for you as well. They want you to get back to that person that, you know, finding yourself, being happy, being able to be creative. And I think we had this card back here as well, getting you back to this point to where you're happy, you're where you're at, where you want to be in your life, getting through this adventure and getting you over this hump, to where you can get back to the place that you are happy, that you are stable, that all this stuff is working out, and that, you know, you guys can enjoy your relationship again, to where, you know, everybody is in a good place with each other. So again, I think there's a lot of love here. I think there's a lot of support. Keep your head up as you're going through this. You're doing some tough work, but you're doing a great job. You're doing all the things you need to do. You have a great goal. You're very intent on reaching that. I think you do have, when you are able to let, you know, that in with your relationships, I think you do have a great support system, but you have to get yourself to a point to where you can actually accept that, and understand that, and be open to trusting this again. And I don't necessarily think that, you know, that they did anything. I just think that wherever you went, you know, there's some things that happened that really kind of damaged that ability that you just have to rebuild, you just have to work back up to. And again, we all have our ups and downs. We all go through this type of stuff, and you'll get there. You're working on it. You recognize it. You just have to go. You just have to get there. You just have to keep putting the work in, and you will get there. So yeah, you know, overall, I know you're kind of in a tough spot right now, but I think you're moving in a great direction. I think it's a great reading for you. Hopefully this helps you, at least in with the idea that you are heading in the right direction, that you do have some good things coming your way. And I hope it helps you continue to move forward, because again, good things coming. You just gotta keep going. So once again, if this video resonates with you, if it helps you in any way, you know, please like it. Let us know that way. That'd be great. Also, if you haven't subscribe, then please do. That helps us out quite a bit. Plus, we'd love to have you a part of the family. Just hit that subscribe button below. And then other than that, that's what I have for this reading. And we will see you next time.